In the heart of Central Asia rise the Pamirs, one of the youngest and highest mountain ranges on Earth. Their jagged peak whisper stories millions of years old, stories written in fire and stone. Today, we explore one of nature's most powerful forces, volcanoes. What are they? How do they shape our world? And what hidden volcanic secrets lie beneath the Pamirs? A volcano is essentially a break in the Earth's crust, the planet's thin, rocky outer shell that rests above its much hotter inner layer. The crust, together with the upper part of the mantle, forms a lithosphere. This rigid layer is not one solid piece, instead it's divided into large slabs called tectonic plates. Most of Earth's volcanoes form along the boundaries where these plates meet. At both destructive and constructive plate margins, conditions allow molten rock and gases from inside the Earth to escape to the surface. At a destructive boundary, an oceanic plate, which carries the sea floor, collides with a continental plate carrying the land. Because the oceanic plate is denser, it sinks beneath the continental plate and descends into the mantle. As it melts, it releases gases that rise upward through the crust, eventually erupting at the surface and creating volcanoes. At a constructive boundary, the plates slowly drift apart, only a few centimeters per year, but enough to create space for hot magma to rise from deep below. This magma fills the gap between the plates, forming new crust. Sometimes it bursts through young rock in a volcanic eruption. Many of these spreading boundaries lie beneath the ocean. If you put volcano location on a map, you'll notice that about 75% of the world's active volcanoes form a horseshoe-shaped belt around the Pacific Plate, which is known as Pacific Ring of Fire. And roughly 90% of the planet's most powerful eruptions have happened here, making it one of the most hazardous zones on Earth. But volcanoes don't only form at plate boundaries. Hotspots, places where plumes of magma rise from deep within the mantle, can punch through the middle of a tectonic plate and create volcanoes far from any margin. The Hawaiian Islands are a classic example built from a chain of extinct and active volcanoes in the center of the Pacific Plate. Now that we understand where volcanoes form, we can explore their main types. There are two primary categories: composed volcanoes and shield volcanoes. Composed volcanoes, or stratovolcanoes, are the most common. They usually form along destructive boundaries and have a steep, cone-shaped profile. Inside, a magma chamber sits at the base, fed by molten rock rising from the mantle. Pressure builds within the chamber as gases expand and water turns to steam. Eventually, this pressure forces magma upward through the main vent and out of the crater during a powerful eruption. Some magma also escapes through smaller side vents, forming secondary cones. While erupting, composed volcanoes erupt a mix of molten rock, volcanic bombs, dense ash, and gas. Each eruption spreads new layers of lava and ash, gradually building the volcano taller and steeper, which is why they are called stratovolcanoes, named for their distinct layers. Shield volcanoes, in contrast, form at constructive margin or hotspots. Their lava is runnier and travels farther before cooling, creating wide mountains with gentle slopes. Their eruptions are typically less violent because the lava flows easily and pressure doesn't build as intensely. Talking about the volcanoes and the Pamir Mountains, we can say that, at first glance, the Pamir seem far from volcanic activity. There are no glowing craters, no steaming vents, and no fresh lava flows. Yet the rock beneath our feet tell another story, one written long before humans ever walked this valley. Millions of years ago, as the Indian tectonic plate collided with Eurasia, unimaginable forces folded the crust upward, raising mountains and exposing ancient rocks, some born from volcanic eruptions.
Yeah, we found a very good example of volcanic rock. You can see here, it's an enormous volcanic rock.
Today, we've explored what volcanoes are, how they erupt, how they differ, and how even quiet landscapes like the Pamir hold volcanic secrets. And as we stand here today, we are reminded that this planet is still alive, shifting, reshaping, and evolving beneath our feet. Every rock and ridge around us carries a memory of that restless power.